At one point, I wanted to do and started having ideas about, about rebooting a movie that I don't know if you recall, and that is a Hero at Large with John Ritter. Remember that?
Yeah, John Ritter, yes.
Somewhere in the heart of this city, in a small shop closing for the night, a robbery is in progress, but help is on the way.
Mind if I drop in?
Captain Avenger!
John Ritter is Steve Nichols.
How about that?
Hero at Large.
And this is from like 1980 or 81. It's trying to be like a Frank Capra-esque rom-com.
Who are you, J. Edgar Hoover?
I'm Captain Avenger.
Such a nice boy.
But with a guy in a super suit, but he's not, it's non-powered.
He can't fly.
Tomorrow I'm leaping over a tall building at a single bound.
Wrong guy.
I'm expanding.
He can't bend steel.
I'm in big trouble.
Fighting crime is a dirty business.
It's completely not a thing. It's just he is wearing a promotional superhero suit.
2 years at Actors Studio for this?
Well, it's just like any other part. You know, you gotta really get into it.
When he stops a robbery.
I'll cut you in half. Where's it at? Hey!
And then New York believes that someone's out there pretending to be Captain Avenger, the fictional character. And then he sees how much people are in love with it, and it makes the city feel good, and he felt good doing it.
Calls have continued to come in all week with people saying they feel really good about what happened.
Apparently, we still need heroes.
Seems that we do.
So he starts trying to be a real hero, and then, of course, it goes bad. He gets shot at one point.
Bullshit! If they're going to use real bullets, I think I'll retire.
But I kept thinking, I love this concept, and it's very 1970s, early 1980s, but you just take the same concept and just update it and keep it a romantic comedy. Don't make it too grim. But I was like, I could do that. And again, the rational part of my brain took over and said, stop, Brendan. Stop. No one is asking for a reboot of a movie that didn't do that well, and that was on HBO all the time. Another thing where I make you jealous of the amazing life I've lived. Man, this sunlight's killing me. In LA, I ended up doing, just once, I was called for jury duty when I lived in LA. And when I went there and had to plead, I can't do jury duty. I can't afford to live on $10 a day. And they let me go. But one of the people that was in my group was Ann Archer, the actress, who was the female star of Hero at Large. And John Ritter had just died like the year before. And I went up to her at our lunch break and I said, Ms. Archer, I don't want to bother you. So it's like, fan, I've seen a lot of your movies and you're great. And she was like, well, thank you very much. It's very sweet. And I was like, and I really loved Hero at Large. And she goes, wow, no one ever brings that one up. She's expecting someone to say Patriot Games or something. And I'm like going, I really liked Hero at Large. And she goes, no, thank you very much. And I said, it's a shame about John Ritter passing. And she goes, he was a lovely man. I was like, yeah. And I told her how I got to meet him when I was like 6 years old. And she goes, wow. And then I said, and now I'll leave you to your box lunch, and walked away.
Right.
We got real tight after that. It was like she'd call me over, we'd braid each other's hair and talk about boys. We became really good friends. No, but I did like that I never got to meet John Ritter post being 6 years old, so I couldn't tell him how much I loved Hero at Large. But the fact I got to say to Ann Archer, like, I love that movie. I know it wasn't a big hit, but I'm a comic nerd.
Cool.
And she said, I can tell, because I was wearing probably a Batman shirt or something. Oh, those are the days.